Fuck you. Yeah, figured. Thanks, Gollum. Land, slip, and slide. Should've sent Gollum. No one's saying a damn thing. Yeah, holy shit. I get it, Chase was important, but we still got a job to do. Hello. Dispatch episode 7 just came out. Apparently, I think they're doing... Episode 8 is releasing on Thursday, which is interesting. I'm sure that'll work out just fine. But yeah, let's play episode 7. Holy shit. Hey, at least that gives me like a day to get episode 4 off my folder and edit that
I'm
completely.
too old to be crying.
Oh no. You're never too old.
Fuck off. No, you're not. I cry all the time.
Yeah.
Really? When?
When I was your age, I cried for weeks when the Raiders left LA.
Oh.
Yeah, that's totally the fucking same as my dad never being home.
Whoa, motherfucker. Language. And it was the same. My pops had season tickets growing up. Seats sucked, but I just liked being there with them.
Oh.
So, yeah. When they moved, I was crying like a little bitch, too.
Are you saying I'm crying like a bitch?
Yes, bitch. That's exactly what I'm saying. What do you want from the store? Your dad gave me $100 and I gotta break the shit anyway.
He pays you?
To be around your crying bitch ass? Fuck yeah, he pays me. Now, come on, whatever you want. Just make it less than $20, cause I'm not trying to go broke every time you get lonely.
Can I get a Twinkie?
I can't even...
And, cause you're crying, you can have 2.
They come in 2-packs.
I'm not even gonna
No
be
shit,
weird
kid. I was joking.
about it, because
Keep
he's
up.
like a fucking... Keep up. Oh, that's... the significance. Oh, that's sad. Is that the same jacket?
There, bitch. You happy now?
Whoa.
Yeah, well, now you can be sad like 8 more times before bothering me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you two were that close. That it went back that far.
Yeah.
Should have kept in touch. But for a long time, seeing him reminded me that my dad was gone.
I'm sorry.
Chase would only babysit nights when Dad had to deal with something big.
Shit.
Working late, he called it. It was fine being alone, but I'd still ask to have him watch me because I could guilt trip him into buying me shit. He
Yeah.
never said no. I made him run a lot back then.
Right.
Oh.
So maybe one less store run for bitch-ass Robert and he wouldn't be stuck in here. That's what you're saying, right?
I mean, it was, but now that you put it like that,
Hey, the only person that put Chase here. Pending the investigation, Invisigal suspended. Obviously, but I think you should consider cutting her from the team.
No.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you should consider it. It's 100% your call.
I'm worried something like that might just make things worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... I can't help but think that we've already cut a hero for far less.
We had to send a message.
That's kind of
No.
my point.
No, we don't.
Better and better.
We don't have to send a message.
Vending machine?
Whatever I want.
He's so fucking proud of the man you've become. He told me that.
Shit. It's fucked up, but we're not cutting Invisigal. She waited. She waited to hear what we were gonna do. I don't trust her. The dollar she gave us doesn't even work in the machine. Oh.
You okay, bud?
And then it eats, does
It's
it eat the
just-
$5?
I'm just mad.
Yeah. I'm a little mad too.
Don't tell me you're mad at Invisigal, bro.
I can't. It's not fair. Invisigal was the one who... And then Chase shouldn't have... Do you think he did the right thing? I mean, I don't... It seems very not clear. Or unclear.
I think Chase knew he was the only one who could save her, and he
He knew the risk. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was ultimately the right thing.
Yeah, it was his choice. No one was expecting that from him. He chose to do it.
Fuck. Case in point.
Breaks it open.
Feel better?
Kinda. I'll clean it up.
Making the machine. Fuck yeah. Who gives a shit?
Hey. So, you've all probably heard some version of what happened. Let's get to it. Main takeaways are that Invisigal has been suspended, so we're a person down the shift, and that Chase is in the infirmary. And he's in pretty rough shape. Despite his disposition, he really likes you all. Just don't tell him I told you that.
Yeah.
I've found doing something good always helps when I'm feeling bad. We're fortunate to have that opportunity. Something Chase never took for granted. So, let's get to work.
Okay. Well, everyone. It seems like everyone has a depressed modifier.
Hey, we've got a fuck ton of beached whales off the coast. Could really use some help getting them back in the ocean.
Fuck. Where just go? Brains and what's it? I want to send you so that way you can start to get your build up. No stuff. Okay.
Thanks to the structural reinforcement, the damage to the resort is not as bad as it could have been.
The issue is not enough mobility, so we're gonna need mobility this episode. Oh, fuck. Evacuate is gonna be the one that's gonna be in highest priority, but I'm gonna hope.
I think the rain caused one of those Volta Virtue cars to short out. I think this driver's lost control.
Just into the neighborhood. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Down. Okay, gotta remember that. And there's a little juking section there. Down. Okay. Forward, back, back, forward. Forward, back, back, forward. Forward, back, back, forward. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here because I can. Woo! Shit's about to hit the fan. Up, down, up. And we're gonna need Invisigal. And everyone's gonna be throwing a fit about how we should kick her. And it's like, bro. Up, Chuck.
Chuck's rugby team lost, and he's throwing a very toxic tantrum.
Fuck you. Yeah, figured. Thanks, Gollum. land slip and slide. Should have sent Golem. Yeah, that one was made for him and Vizzy. But, oh, it's okay. And they got extra XP. The intellect. No one's saying a damn thing. Yeah, holy shit. I get it, Chase was important, but we still got a job to do. We're still fucking, well, generally friends for the most part. Can we please just, like, chill? Crying in her, like...
Oh, Golem's shitface. I think he's about to piss mud on the high school.
Yeah, you know, I saw him pulling over a beer truck earlier. I did think that was weird.
Come on, buddy. Spit it out.
A lot of vomiting this shift.
I should have had gotten his fucking healing power.
Shitface right now more than anything, but we got a job to do, and I need all of you to just hang in there until the end of the shift. After that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Cool?
Cool.
Can someone please go get Golem before he does more property damage?
Just...
More big and one.
I get attacked.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got a super down here who controls bugs. Apparently they have beef with one of our farmers using pesticides. It's getting real biblical down here.
Well, at least these two are... I know that they don't have a higher chance of winning, but I mean, like, losing. I weirdly think these two are better.
Flying's a bitch, you can't see shit.
The streets turned into a goddamn slip and slide.
Yeah.
I fucking love slip and slides, bro.
I haven't seen it come down this bad in a while.
I like it. Feels right for today.
Fucking cool it, emo boy.
Yeah. And fuck you. Yeah, I'm emo, so what? What about it? Sometimes? Okay.
Not so tough with the bees in another dimension.
Rescue Bone Zone.
Hi, just calling to confirm one of your Z Team heroes for our interview this afternoon to discuss the Phoenix program.
And you got a +3. I mean, it's better. You know, we didn't get a healing one for Golem.
Hello? Is this thing working?
I'm sorry.
Rescue the Bone Zone and his employees from the Deadly Dozen. A bit running late. Yeah. Overhype the team. Hope we don't need a 10. Just barely with water boys. 3+. See? Fine, whatever. Running late.
I'm running late to the airport. If I miss that flight, I'm fucking toast.
Pipe takes off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also get there pretty quickly, too. What's it? Sadly, there's no way to actively make him injured other than failing, so you don't truly want that. Though.
Okay, listen, we need to play it safe. I don't want anyone else getting hurt. Now is our chance to get payback. For Chase.
Come on, come on. Person. And then we need. What's that charisma 8? Come on. 100%. And she gets her level up, which is. Oh, we should send her on a mission with Golem or something? That's her power, right? No, we're gonna do the combat one, so we want to do here.
You're nice. Let's go, guys.
Let me check Golem's powers. Yep. Perfect.
Fine, I'll fucking say it. What if Chase dies?
If you don't shut your mouth. What are you on about, lad?
Holy shit, man, that's dark.
That's, why? Even not talking about it won't make it go away, okay? These fucking babies.
If he dies, he'll be taken care of. That I can promise.
How do you know?
I just do. Trust me.
Girl, what the fuck even are you?
I mean, we're not gonna lose that. Okay, so... Fuck. He is not making it back in time.
This fucking rain is flooding our neighborhood. We need this water gone.
Do that. Fire in the rain was fucking... One to do. 10 in mobility. It's not what I would consider the smartest in real life, but yeah. Guaranteed out.
We need backup down here. There's a mass pileup and the tanker caught fire.
Rescue trapped civilians, fight's growing, despite try and put it up quick. I think we actually want yeah, this one. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, I see the trapped civilians in cars. We might actually need more combat for that. Maybe. And then his stats will, yeah, actually these two. Yeah.
The room's booked, yeah?
Yeah, confirmed it this morning. We're all good.
Like we don't have enough fucking problems.
The room's booked.
See you all there.
I don't even know what's happening. Oh. This is that one. That was probably pretty important because there was a villain attacking the acid guy or whatever. Two misses. I missed two calls.
Team. Good shift, all things considered. See you tomorrow. Hopefully with some good news.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. The room is booked. Oh.
You want to part this up? What are y'all looking at?
You've got a little.
Oh, cheers, lad. Good looking out.
Okay, who's gonna pay for this?
I'll pay. I'm the one that caused the damage.
No, I'll pay. I'm the one that kicked you.
Responsibility? For the hell?
Now that we got all of the details clear, why?
I already saw that was
Difference of
Gollum.
opinion. I got heated, got in Golem's face. He had every right to punt me through the wall.
Right, it's a door, and I doubt you were actually in his face.
More like ankle, which made him easier to kick.
What the fuck is going on?
We want her
Yeah.
out.
We basically took a board vote. That's why we're in the boardroom.
Oh, we're
She shouldn't have done what she
50-50.
did. I think she should go, sir. Boss. Robert.
Who wants her to stay?
Just me. But the team is more important than any one of us, so I won't stand in the way.
You could have led with that.
I feel the same as Golem. You all let me back in when you didn't have to.
Oh,
and I
shit.
won't make you keep someone you want gone.
We heard about the suspension bullshit. It ain't enough, Robert. Not for what she did. To put everything we've been building at risk, and for what? I like the bitch, but she gotta go.
And by go, we mean cut. Just like you cut Coop. No one here wants to say it's also her. But that's what it is. You've caught one of us already for far less. And why?
I didn't want to cut Coop. And I'm not cutting Invisigal, but fuck. I know it's gonna cause issues among the entire team. And if there's like a romance to be had with any one of the people in this room, it's not gonna happen now. But Developers, they're not going to take the time for that. They're not going to. They already set up 2 clear, obvious romances, and the other potential romance they hinted at was her. And so, like, respectfully, I just gotta go with the queen I can kind of relate to. You know, I'm just gonna. But honestly, here's the thing. Yeah, what she did was impulsive, reckless, and dangerous. But to the best of my knowledge, and here's the thing, we haven't even talked about what was happening. Like, what was going to be happening? What was going to happen if she wasn't there? What would have happened is that Chase wouldn't have felt the need to save her. Yes, and so he wouldn't have tried to, like, run and save her and end up, like, hurting himself. I think, however, I don't think it's fair completely to just cut her. For this, it is a major mark against her, but Chase made his choice, and so did Invisigal, and to a certain extent, they were both right. Invisigal prioritized trying to get the core back for me as a way to make up for what she's done, and obviously now more than ever it's proof that she's worked with Shroud before. However, things went bad and Shroud ambushed her and nearly killed her, but it's not fair to cut her still, because she isn't at fault. Chase chose to make that decision. Invisigal chose to do something reckless, yes, for sure. And she didn't inform anyone else on the Z team, which was horrible. But Chase also chose to save her despite that. Chase chose to save her despite the fact that he didn't need to. And to be, like, respectfully, yes, there needs to be a lesson in this for Invisigal, but I feel like cutting him from the team would be worse, because he then went through all that effort to save her, to be like, to show also partially to show us that he was being an asshole the entire time, that he was judging her for no reason, that he was doing all of that he's right, that he sees the error of his ways and the way he was treating her and looking at her and thinking about her before. And so now he's trying to make up for that by saving her life to give her an opportunity to do more good. What good is it going to do to cut her? Like, all of you are mad at her, obviously, and I understand that your team unity is important, but, like, this is a thing. Cutting her in this case is not a good idea, because, like with Coop earlier, we shouldn't have cut her. We should have talked and communicated our wants and our desires first, without using cheap shortcuts such as cutting people from the program. Like, fucking, yeah, you can use that cheap shortcut, but then these people don't learn how to, like, that cut was essentially a threat. And so while you're making it so that the Z team works well as the Z team, if this job ever actually disappears for one reason or another outside of their control, they didn't actually learn a skill that, like, lets them operate in another place too. Like, we're part of the Phoenix program is to be, like, rehabilitating these people that weren't, like, working well together, and that weren't working well within society, and causing issues. And so part of that, yes, there needs to be discipline and there needs to be, like, firm boundaries established, but at the same time, you also need to teach them how to do things. You need to teach them skills. And so if we had taught them negotiation, bartering, like, perspective with Coop, then honestly, when we got here, it would be a lot easier to teach them perspective again, and to show, and it'd also be easier to have them cooperate and act as a unit, because what we did when we threatened to cut them from the programming, like, as we show in the episode, is we made them all more, we made them so individualistic that right now, despite the fact that we've already seen the negative outcome that happens when you cut people, they still want to cut people because they can't understand where she's coming from. And their first thought isn't to ask her where she's coming from, to ask her why, to have her explain herself. So far, she's just on probation. They haven't talked, to the best of my knowledge, and their first thought is just, well, just cut her. We want you to cut her. And respectfully, this is so, it's so wrong on so many levels for teaching people how to integrate into society, for respecting like Invisigal, for building empathy and understanding. You know, like, these people should be able to learn how to have compassion for each other and to understand. And the only reason why Invisigal didn't call any of you fuckers to go with her is because she didn't trust any of you, or she didn't believe that you would trust her, or she didn't think that she could rely on you. Like, somewhere in her subconscious, she said, I have to go do this, and I have to do this alone because I can't get these other people involved. And so instead of learning to communicate with people like that and break down barriers, so that way you can properly work in an environment with people like that, what we're doing is we're being like, we see a problem, a singular problem in this scenario, and we're cutting the entire person. And that was the issue with Coop. And we're having that same issue again with Invisigal, is that we're seeing a problem, we're coming across a problem, and we're taking the cheapest corporate solution that works in the sense that that provides a cheap shortcut that allows you to work better in the job, but doesn't actually take into account the skills that you should be building in order to actually achieve the mission goals of the program, like the goals outside of make money, meet profit, capitalism, you know, like, so we're defending her.
To set a standard?
Send a message.
Well, where's that talk now?
Yeah, where's that talk now? Yeah? You're right. I didn't want to cut Coupe. I think sending messages like that is really dumb when you have this thing called your mouth that you can communicate with. And if things don't work, then you do the message. You know, you like,
look, I probably don't say this enough, but I'm proud of all of you. How far you've come. A few months ago, you wouldn't have been in a room like this discussing the needs of the Z team, and if you did, there'd be a lot more than one broken door.
Yeah.
But I'm not cutting Invisigal.
Yeah.
We don't kick people when they're down. We lift them up, and I believe of her what I believe of all of you.
Yeah.
That her heart is in the right place.
Yes.
It's what took us from being a team to being this weird, fucked up family. Look, you're hurting. Okay, I get it. I'm hurting. We are all hurting. Now isn't the time to cast blame.
Yep.
It's the time to come together and heal.
Yeah. Team won't forget this. Morale is dropped. Didn't even say anything. Oh, and she was in the room the entire time. He won't forget this. Morale is dropped. That's...
Sorry, I can come back.
Why? First time we met, you were in your underwear. Fitting, right? Last time you see me, that I'd be in mine? I really do appreciate you defending me, but you shouldn't. Listen to your team. They don't want me here.
This is probably hard for you to hear right now, but this isn't your fault. Look, you went in knowing the risks. what you were willing to put on the line to help me. What you didn't know was what Chase was willing to put on the line for you. And so please don't throw all of that away by walking away from this.
Exactly.
From us.
They're right. I don't deserve anyone's forgiveness, anyone's help, anyone's love. Because I can never repay it. Nothing I do will ever make up for what I've already done to you. I'd hoped getting the astral pulse back would help, but I couldn't even do that.
Vizzy, you don't owe anyone anything, okay? Least of all me.
She does.
I was there that night.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I never ran with crews. Always did my own thing, but my asthma was getting worse, and they had an augment that could increase my lung capacity. Only catch is I'd have to work for them, paying down for years.
Yeah, oh, fuck, I gotta edit. Oh, tiny dick twink on that guy. Yeah, well, you're smoking with asthma, bro. Come on.
And one day Shroud
Just out of
said
shot.
I could have the whole deck cleared if I was able to do one thing. Place a bomb on the back of Mecha Man undetected.
Good news, buddy. Shroud says he just wants the astral pulse, which we all know isn't really yours anyway.
Yeah.
I walked out before it even blew. My augments conveniently stopped working. So I signed up for the Phoenix program the next day, which gave me the chance to fuck your life up twice. You gonna say something?
I mean, I don't even know what to feel right now. So, yeah, might need a minute, or several minutes, hours, days.
Weeks, years. Yeah, I understand.
It's not that, it's just a lot. A whole fucking lot.
I feel numb.
Hey, stop making this feel like a goodbye. Okay, you're suspended. It's temporary. I'm not letting anyone cut you.
All I wanted from this was for you to look at me the same way you look at Blazer.
Oh my
Even
god.
if it was just once, you know? That'd have been enough.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yes. You do.
Oh my god. No wonder there's only 2 romance options. It's this heavily baked into the story. Holy shit. Tons. We ball. Z-Team's gonna see this or some shit. And pull away. Wow. I'm still friend zoning her at episode 8. It's on the sidewalk, you fucking...
Alright, well, you boys don't stay up too late.
Or if I have a choice, it's season 2, just episode 1. Just like, what happened between what's it? I'm gonna click, I broke up with Invisigal between seasons. Because I think that'd be funny as fuck. Feel. I think we have to. Jackstar. Thank you. Yeah, I know he might not want it, to be honest. He might not want his powers or whatever, but I don't mind.
I mean, I hope they all die. I'm serious. Any dumbass walking into a trap that fucking stupid should have the plug pulled right now. Just pillows over faces.
Oh man, have you seen what the poison does to their faces? They get all red and puffy and... God damn. Alright. Somebody's a little fucking patient.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. I've been distracting you.
I'd appreciate it if you changed the fucking subject.
Would you?
Fuck. I know what's going on. Kid probably lost someone there. That's why he's been staring at that shit all night. Get him a drink on me.
Shroud. That's Matthew Mercer. That's Shroud.
Nah, this one's on me.
One of them is without any of the mask or the costume or any of it. With the beard and the gray hair and the eye after everything. Yep. He's the psychic power.
My.
Oh, yeah.
Trackstar. That guy sucks. I was fast, but now I'm old. Get fucked.
Yeah, he wouldn't have wanted that. But
cheers,
the
fellas.
Z team.
To the fucking dream. To 5 minutes with the tightest ass in all of LA County.
Oh.
Can you motorboat an ass? Probably not, right? End up blowing air right up her butthole. What's up? You don't like asses?
Yeah, it seems like it. We're in the mood.
Not as far as I was gonna take it, but good on you, kid. I'm gonna replace that drink.
This is where we learn of the other betrayer. Shroud is him, and one Blazer.
Inspector. Blazer. Real fucking superhero. I know we're in a villain bar, but have some class, you know. If you're gonna blow some fucker's brains out, non-slip mats are a must. Need some for the hideout.
That's Shroud.
It's silly calling it a hideout.
Yeah.
Can you take care of him for me?
Blue
Obviously,
eyes.
you two don't need an introduction.
With pleasure.
Yeah. Wonder how what's his name would have knocked us out.
You. Your dad. Chase. Your little team of turncoats. You think you can beat the bad by being good. But there's no solving human nature.
Oh.
You can't stop evil.
Okay.
All you can do is control it.
Interesting. Yes and no.
I believe him, boss. If he had something to say, he would have said it by now.
I thought you wanted revenge.
Yeah, she was the traitor.
How's your father's gun? Kept it in his locker, fully loaded. 6 shots. He couldn't have predicted I'd use it to kill him. The first bullet grazed his shoulder, and I hadn't adjusted to the adrenaline spike. The second hit his upper chest.
Coupe
burst his heart.
Was Coupe a traitor the whole time?
Her eyes full of fear when I put the 4th through his face. Bit of a waste to put the 5th through that idiot's skull, but I wanted to make sure it worked after all these years. Your father was the last person to touch
We
this
spared
place.
her before. We would have had a what's it?
69% chance it touches you next. Your invisible girlfriend stole my astral pulse to give it to you.
Oh, she actually did get it.
Where the fuck is it? Mega Man. Heroes are the past. With the pulse, I'll control this city and restore balance.
Oh, I thought it would, yeah, interrupt him. Yeah, it's been all around face.
This is why I hate luck. Runs out.
If I had it wide, I'd let you string me up like a fucking pinata. She didn't get the pulse.
You actually believe that? Show him.
Fuck yeah, holy shit, so she lied to me again.
Invisibitch has the pulse, that I know.
Because she was smart enough to put it in the...
What I don't know is why she didn't give it to you.
Yeah.
She played you too. Here I am thinking she's working with you, but she's fucking us both.
Holy shit,
she
yeah.
Didn't take it for you. She took it for herself.
Yeah. That's how you play it though, too. You take it out of the case.
It's okay. She fooled me too.
Yeah, they're both traitors. I know Blonde Blazer is a traitor somewhere, right? No. Oh, she totally is.
The Blonde Blazer. I fired the bartender, but I can still get you something to drink.
No, thank you.
He says he has respect for her because she's a true hero.
And to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm here for him.
Yeah. Cutting her was a mistake. More proof.
In 5 minutes, this bar will be surrounded by SDN agents, heroes, and whoever else you and your ring have pissed off recently, which happens to be every gang in Los Angeles. Now, if...
Okay, Mom. She's fucking bluffing.
Oh, he's gonna kill you. Because that's his fucking daughter. That's his fucking daughter.
If they weren't shit, you wouldn't have cut them. You were saying...
I can see I'm outnumbered. That eventually I would fall. But by my read, I'm taking a lot of you with me. So all of you can leave now. Or half of you can die here.
Damn straight. Damn straight. I actually love that shit.
Oh, that's a fucking superhero. Chills.
That's my perspective too. That's how I negotiate with people.
Nervous. Okay, we're out of here. Take your piss-soaked pants out the back, please. Don't want to tempt this tiger. Now's not our time, Blazer. But it's coming sooner than you think. Oh. And by my calculations, it was closer to 32%. But half sounds better.
Oh. Well, your calculations are wrong, and often off by at least 1%. So, 33 or more.
You saved me. Again.
Yeah. You should really sign up for this SDN service I keep hearing about.
Oh my god. Damn, she took too much of a backseat. Invisigal is...
Don't worry. I've got you.
It's too obvious of a traitor. I still don't trust her, but they're both...
She got you pretty bad. Are you sure he's right about Invisigal?
I think it makes sense to have both of them in this story. So much, but then again, Blonde Blazer has been taking a backseat specifically for this episode.
I saw the footage.
What is her play? Why wouldn't she tell you if she has it? I don't understand what she would want it for unless she's trying to keep you out of the suit.
Just planning something. Just don't know what.
I don't see the angle.
You're probably right.
She has the pulse. She can get Roy to put it inside.
Sit here for like
her augment.
4 weeks, then I'll be right as rain.
Then
take your time. I don't know how you're conscious.
She could be invisible all the time.
Pain's
or she wouldn't
constant.
die or whatever issues with her
Easier to get
lungs.
used to. That goes for physical and emotional. Ow.
Then she could sneak into his thing. Oh, and she would turn off Shroud. Oh my god, she's planning the ultimate heist. She's going to steal all of Shroud's augments and she's going to steal the controls for them. And maybe, I don't know, dismantle them or break them and make it so that that way Shroud's augments can't, can't fucking, that way Shroud's augments can't just turn off on people. I think ultimately her goal has always been to gain back control over her life. So she's obviously gonna like try and steal the pulse so that way she can get control over her own, she can use it to get control over her own implant. But I also think I think if she had that power, she had that choice, she would also try to destroy or remove the ability for Shroud to turn off any augment. And I think because of that, the result will be that there are augments everywhere. Everywhere. All the damn time. Augments everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And that will be the plot of future Dispatch games. It's kind of like Futuristic Violence in Fancy Suits by David Wong, or his non-pseudonym name, Jason Pargrin, with like all of the like superhuman like implants and like cybernetics that were kind of based off of cyberpunk stuff, but are not using any of like the perspective of like that cyberpunk has, which would be that like you're like, it completely makes you lose your sanity like immediately by being like a part of your a huge part of your sanity by like being part machine or robot, but like still that it's like that they're dangerous, that they could misfire, that they could break down, that they could be like turned off remotely because they're still like, you know, pieces of technology. I think that's the angle that they're going for here. And if like choosing how those devices are used and managed in the world, and like all of like the politics and like storytelling of being able to like have a way to like actually give people powers instead of just like and like the conflict between people with powers, people who naturally got powers, people with augment powers, people who naturally got powers, people with augment powers and who naturally got powers, and all the above would be like really interesting. Like it'd be really, I think that's why they're like setting up this plot line the way it is, so that way it creates like a thread that can tie into all the other like stories and plot lines that they could do from this Dispatch game. So I definitely think I should have said that I was going to cut Invisigal, because I think I just lowered team morale for no reason then, technically. But I don't think she ends up on the Z team by the end of the game. And I think regardless, she is going to she's going to do something that will free all the people, all the good and the bad people that have Shroud's implants in them. However, at the same time, that's going to cause a lot of chaos, because now, even with Shroud out of the picture, there's all these super villains, for the most part, that got Shroud's augments. And then how do you determine who has the power to like use these augments, you know? Exactly like I mentioned earlier with David Wong's or Jason Peregrine's futuristic violence in fancy suits, except they're not on a machine conveniently only stored on like one person's in their house or whatever. I think the point is that they're going to be leaked, or they're going to be developed or changed in a way to where someone can't just remotely turn it off, because Invisigal wants one for her lungs that doesn't remotely turn them off. Yeah, that Shroud that can't remotely turn off.
Don't remember if I've thanked you before, but
About 50 times.
Shroud doesn't know that her power is
You were muttering it the whole flight.
necklace.
then I take it back.
You should know
those are real
I was
powers.
going to take you to the actual Hollywood sign. Not as sturdy as you...
No. Oh yeah. Things are getting serious. This is why Talk's dick keeps showing up.
Hey.
Fly me back to the office.
You're not leaving me here again.
Hey, you're not leaving me here again. Damn straight. I think these are the only episodes that are released further apart. This is getting good, but also this episode is gonna be pretty bad in the sense that this choice is gonna be really sad. I was down. In 26 players didn't know how to feel about Invisigal's confession. Damn straight. But we still leaned into Invisigal's kiss, huh? 67% players chose Trinkies, you and Class the bartender, you and 79% players just gone for himself, you and 80% players just go all out against the Red Ring, yeah. I was sitting here with Flambe, you performed better than 10% of players in today's shift, times, yeah. I feel like I sent 3 people to that one mission when I shouldn't have. Wait. Hold on. Episode 8? Oh, episode's 8 out? Did it release while I was playing episode what's it? Were they only like hours apart? Because I thought it said that the other one wasn't out yet. Well, fuck it. We ball. I'm gonna keep playing it. You guys are losers. You don't get access to it. Bwahaha. Wait, you're not losers. I'm sorry. That was mean. And holy shit, this is only like an hour. Yikes. Ay caramba. If I edit out all the gaps in my speak, yikes. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's the shortest episode yet, and it doesn't really have that many impacts from your decisions, but I feel like you are making more impactful decisions. It's like that's a hard balance between the episodes, is deciding whether or not, especially when it's a game series this big or this small, and it like indie dev team, it's hard to tell like how you're gonna like split the content. And so I feel like their episodes, the episode where we choose whether to have Phenomenon or Waterboy on our team, is an episode that's about doing all of the hard work kind of that the game has to do. Those are and it's not and because of that, it has less of the choice stuff. And I think episode 5 is like the culmination of that. So like cutting coupe or sonar is partially like that first, it's a big decision kind of, but it's kind of like just that one decision that will have like a little bit of minor effects on the story, but ultimately it's the same, obviously, because there's 2 major players here, and you kind of, I feel like after getting a background on this, there's a really good video that I'm going to give myself extra work here by bringing up and talking about, that said, I think in the first few minutes, that the game was originally going to be one of those Netflix short movie games or whatever, which would then respectfully, it does explain why there is a lot of variation in the dialogue, why the animation is so smooth, but why even the choices feel kind of like they have a lot less ramifications when it comes to the story cutscenes. Like, and I kind of like it, like, because like the gameplay is heavily affected by the story decisions you make, mainly like when the story is doing the main key aspects that it has to do to get you to these like final few episodes, like 6. I'd say the ending of 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is where from the ending of like 5 to like 8 now, where like you're like actually like invested in the characters, and so like the choices have some like meaning. And episode 5 is like getting you, the majority of episode 5 is getting you like invested in this characters as like a group from like that story side. And then episode like whereas episode like 3, 4, and 5, 3 and 4, and like a bit of 2 are like introducing you, obviously, but you're also like, you're building rapport to care about the characters enough to where seeing all of them get along in 5 matters. And like a lot of that's done through the gameplay and through like minor choices kind of that affect your gameplay and affect like extra bits of dialogue. So you do get like minor bits of dialogue, but I feel like, and this is okay because it's an indie game, we are not currently at the stage where you're even slightly approaching Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human levels of like difference in the story or gameplay when you like make these choices. And I think the only reason for that, really, even though this is an indie studio, I believe in Adhoc's capabilities to have a few moments like that, to basically do like the Batman thing. This is before entering episode 8, the Batman season 2 Telltale thing, where like the final episode has like an entirely different feel and plays entirely kind of differently, or like different second half based off like one of your decisions, or like your final decision in episode 8 or episode 7 or whatever. And like I feel like part of that was because Telltale knew at that time that they were probably never going to get a Batman season 3, so they were throwing all stops out so that way they could just go off with a banger like finale. But it's still, I still feel like Adhoc could have done that at least a bit with these with this game, but I feel like the reason why it kind of doesn't exist so far before episode 8, but like don't get your hopes up, I don't think it's gonna happen episode 8 like that, is that this game was originally designed to be compatible with Netflix. That's my guess, or based off of like a minute of a video I watched and looking through like the comments, and I'll have to link the video again, or show it on screen at least. And so because of that, I feel like the animation like variations of the clips were purposely kept kind of small, so that way it could still fit and work within like the Netflix sort of like TV thing. And it's been sort of like moved over and like refitted to work as its own game when that didn't work out. Because Adhoc's had a lot of things kind of not work out, and it's not completely their fault. I don't really think it's their fault. Like, respectfully, I've played The Expanse and I've played Dispatch, and let's just say that if there were creative differences on The Wolf Among Us 2, just kidding, there were. It's not an if. Adhoc, I mean, sorry, I'm saying it backwards. Telltale should have just listened to Adhoc, because just from the games that I've played so far of new Telltale and new Adhoc that had old members from Telltale, Adhoc is winning by far. So I think, you know, if Adhoc wants to make that extra bag, just leave this clip in there. Just show evidence that your creative vision performs better. And tell Telltale to, hey, I gotta have the majority of the say. When it comes to a clash between me and you, you gotta let me win out over it, because I'm the GOAT. I'm the alpha. I'm the leader. I'm sorry, that was cringe. But yeah. So what I'm saying is, season 2. I want more of everything. I want more romances. I want more dispatching segments. And I want more story differences that I feel like that I can clearly like tell were like bigly different based off my decisions. Because the vibe I'm getting even from that bar scene is like, even if I don't know, like I don't know if not cutting coupe would have been a smart choice. Like, that bar scene is the only one where I'm like, I feel like if I didn't cut Coupe, she would still be in there, but she wouldn't be violent towards me. But then again, what did Sonar say in particular? Watch your back. And what's happening when Robert's sitting at the bar? Where do they hit him? From the back. They hit him in the back of the head. So Coupe hits Robert in the back of the head. So it could just be the difference between Coupe or Sonar, who's there. But I don't like... I feel like it doesn't fully match Sonar anyways, but also it proves me right in yelling at the screen, why the fuck were you cutting people? And so, like, the true spy the whole time was just the fact that Punch Up was friends with Coupe, and Coupe was working with Shroud, and same vice versa for Sonar and Malevola, is what I'm guessing. Otherwise, if you cut Sonar and Coupe still shows up there, I think that would be really funny. And if she's like, I owe you once, so like, what would she try and fight Shroud in them in that bar there and not knock you out? Would she apologize if she knocked you out? Would she not let them kill you at the end? Like, and here's the thing that I'm talking about, kind of, with not having major different choices, because I just realized that despite the fact that it says Sonar will remember that, or Coupe will remember that, for like the person that like you cut and the person that you spared, Sonar didn't really have any interactions in that bar after like cutting them. Then again, it would be interesting if that entire scene was different based on if we chose to cut Invisigal or not. So until I see those two scenes, when I'm done playing episode 8, I will see those two scenes. I will like try out those differences. But until then, I'm saying the game feels a little weak on choices. Like a little weak on choices, like affecting the actual story. But it's fair because of the way that the game was developed and a lot of the struggles that developers had to go through. I think buying this game is just, it's both about the quality of the experience that you're getting, which is really high still, but is also about supporting people who can make even higher quality things. And so when you see a game like this and you see that it has these minor areas where like it should be doing more, just generally, like if you're to like have like if you're to have like a decent like standard of like what indie games can do even, and like what non-indie games can do, but then you see how much this game does right, you see that when this game is successful and they have the money to be able to put into another game like this, they can do that extra bit more that you think that an indie game should be capable of doing, that an indie company should be capable of doing with this same level of quality. Because this is Adhoc's first game. Adhoc only got like a partnership that adds a bit of financial security to Critical Role 90% of the way through. I'd say 99% of the way through this game's development, or like 90%. So I feel like, you know, they're not really... This game so far is probably the worst game that Adhoc Studios will ever make, and it is like a 9 out of 10. So I would heavily recommend that you buy it. So that way they can make a 9.2 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10 or a fucking perfect 10 out of 10 game. So yeah. Anyways, after shilling for like a billion hours to extend the runtime to what feels like it will actually be an hour after I cut all the gaps in my voice throughout the episode when I have shit paused, all I have to say is like and subscribe. This has been Mattman1234. Thanks for watching.